Hey friends, I'm John, your carnivore teacher. Let's talk about two extremes in the world of human nutrition. The hyper-carnivore and the hyper-vegetarian. If 70% or more of your calories come from meat, fish, and eggs, you're a hyper-carnivore. If it flies in the air, walks on the land, or swims in the seas or oceans, you eat the meat from that animal, you're a hyper-carnivore. 70% of that meat. If 70% or more come from plants, you're a hyper-vegetarian. You are. A lot of people don't know they're vegetarians. These two worlds couldn't be more different in how they fuel your body, how they affect your hormones, and how they influence your long-term health. So let's talk about the first one, the hyper-carnivore. A hyper-carnivore diet means the majority of your calories come from animal sources. That's red meat, fish, eggs, sometimes dairy. Because where does dairy come from? When you eat this way, your body runs on fat and protein, not sugar. You're fueling your mitochondria with clean, stable energy, fatty acids, and ketones instead of glucose that spikes and crashes all day long. What are the benefits? Hypercarnivore, stable blood sugar, no more roller coaster highs and lows, constant energy because fat burns slow and clean, no afternoon crashes, low inflammation, you're removing seed oils, processed carbs, and plant toxins that inflame the gut and the joints. Hormonal balance, cholesterol, testosterone, estrogen, cortisol all regulate better on an animal-based foundation. And here's the big one, satiety. Animal foods trigger leptin and peptin YY and the satiety hormones, the hormones that tell your brain we're full. That's why hypercarnivores rarely overeat. From a nutrient density standpoint, it's unmatched. Beef alone contains all essential amino acids, heme iron, B12, zinc, selenium, and fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K2, all in their most absorbable forms. These nutrients don't just feed you, they build you. Your immune system, brain, and muscles, and hormones thrive on that nourishment. Now, let's talk about hyper-vegetarianism. The hyper-vegetarian, that means that 70% or more of your calories come from plants, grains, legumes, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds. While this sounds clean and natural, it comes with a few hidden issues. First, nutrient density. Plant foods contain far fewer bioavailable nutrients. Iron comes as non-heme, which is harder to absorb. Vitamin A is locked up as beta-carotene, which must be converted inefficiently into retinol. And B12, it's simply not even there. It only exists in animal foods. Second, anti-nutrients. Plants defend themselves chemically. They produce compounds like oxalates, phytates, and lectins. Oxalates bind to calcium and form stones. Phytates block mineral absorptions, and lectins and irritate the gut lining and trigger immune reactions. When your diet is dominated by plants, you're constantly fighting these anti-nutrients, and over time, deficiencies can creep in, even on a high-calorie diet. Third, blood sugar instability. Most plant-heavy diets are high in carbohydrates. Even whole foods like oats, lentils, and fruit keep insulin elevated. That leads to hunger and fatigue and mood swings and eventually insulin resistance. And finally, satiety. Again, plant foods are often low in protein and high in fiber and starch. That means you fill your stomach, but your body still hasn't received the nutrient signals that say we're nourished. So you keep eating, searching for something that only animal foods can give you. So let's compare. Hypercarnivore, 70% or more. Fat and protein is the primary fuel. Stable is the blood sugar. High natural stop signal is the satiety. Extremely high is the nutrient density. Minimal residue is the digestive load. Supports your cholesterol and amino acids is your hormone health. It's low in inflammation, and it preserves lean mass for longevity and strength. Now, let's contrast that to hyper-vegetarianism. 70% or more from plants. Carbohydrates are your primary fuel. Fluctuating blood sugars. Low and constant hunger is your satiety. Lower or often deficient is your nutrient density. High fiber, bloating, anti-nutrient, gas is your digestive load. Often impaired by lack of key fats is your hormone health. Inflammation is elevated in many due to omega-6 oils and lectins. And it's often associated with muscle loss and fatigue for longevity and strength. I don't think it's even a comparison. When you see the two side by side, it's a no-brainer which one is better for you. Now here's what the science shows. Studies have shown that diets high in animal protein and fat consistently lead to better body composition, improved metabolic health, and a greater nutrient sufficiency, especially in essential amino acids, B vitamins, and minerals. The human body evolved as omnivore skewed toward carnivory. Let me repeat that. The human body evolved as an omnivore skewed toward carnivory. Our stomach acidity, our short colon, and our ability to digest large amounts of fat and protein all point toward that adaptation. We didn't evolve grazing on grains. We evolved hunting and cooking meat. We did. The hyper-carnivore isn't extreme. It's a return to what biologically is normal. The hyper-vegetarianism, on the other hand, is a modern experiment, one that relies on supplements to fill the missing pieces. So the bottom line is 70% or more of your calories come from meat, fish, and eggs. You're feeding your body the exact fuel it's designed to thrive on. If 70% or more of your calories come from plants, you're forcing your body to survive on foods that are incomplete, defensive, and often inflammatory. One approach builds the body, the other challenges it to survive. So ask yourself, do you want to thrive or just cope? Because at the end of the day, it's not about diet labels or tribes. It's about eating in alignment with your human biology. And biology always wins. If you found this helpful, share it by click the thumbs up, share it to somebody by clicking that share button, subscribe to my channel, leave me a question, a comment, or a suggestion, and I'll get back to you. I will. Thank you for watching, and I put out a video every day, so come back tomorrow and check that one out too. Have a good day.